You know, electric vehicles are amazing. They're silent, they're quick, and they feel like you're driving the future. But let's be honest, for a lot of people, the biggest question isn't about the motor. It's about that big, heavy, expensive box sitting under the floor, the battery pack. It's the absolute heart of the EV, but it's also wrapped in a whole lot of mystery and maybe even a little bit of anxiety.
So what is actually going on inside that thing? Well, today we're going to pry open that black box and demystify the EV battery. The goal here is simple. We're going to replace that fear and confusion with a really solid, clear understanding of how this incredible piece of technology actually works. So let's start at the very beginning. You see, every single one of these massive, powerful EV battery packs, the ones that can take you hundreds of miles on a single charge, it all starts from something incredibly small and simple, a single battery cell. We're talking hundreds, sometimes thousands of these little guys, all working together in perfect harmony.
And here's the cool part. This isn't some kind of space-age alien tech. At its core, an EV battery cell is really just a souped-up, more powerful cousin of the exact same kind of battery that's probably in your phone, or your laptop, or whatever device you're watching this on right now.
The basic idea is actually pretty elegant. When you plug your car into charge, the electricity from the wall literally forces tiny particles called lithium ions to move from one side of the cell, the cathode, over to the other side, the anode. Then when you're out driving, those ions naturally want to go back home to the cathode. That flow, that movement back across, is the electricity that spins your motors. It's this beautiful little dance of physics.
Here's an even simpler way to think about it. Imagine you're using a big pump to push water up a steep hill and into a giant storage tank. You're storing all that energy. The water just sits up there, ready to go. Then, whenever you need power, you just open a valve and the water comes rushing back down the hill, spinning a turbine along the way. Your battery is doing the exact same thing, just with lithium ions instead of water.
Now, here's the catch. A single one of these cells only puts out about 3 or 4 volts. That's fine for your phone, sure, but it is nowhere near enough juice to get a 2-ton car moving. And that right there is the fundamental challenge for EV engineers.
So, the big question is, how do you get from a tiny 4-volt cell to the massive power plant needed to drive hundreds of miles? Well, you have to scale up. You have to combine thousands of these little cells into one giant, cohesive super battery. And how they do it is actually pretty clever. The first trick in their playbook is connecting cells in what's called series. All this means is they line them up end to end, connecting the positive terminal of one to the negative of the next. Every cell you add in the chain adds its voltage to the total. It's the exact same principle as stacking batteries in a flashlight to get a brighter beam. More batteries, more push. This second trick is connecting cells in parallel. This time, you're connecting them side by side. All the positive terminals get linked together and all the negative terminals get linked together. This doesn't boost the voltage or the push. Instead, it increases the capacity, basically the size of your energy tank, and the amount of current or flow you can get out at once. Think of it like making a river wider so more water can rush through at the same time.
So when you put it all together, you get this really logical assembly process. By mixing and matching those series and parallel connections, engineers can build a battery pack that's perfect for a specific car, whether they want insane acceleration or just maximum possible range. They start with the single cells, group them into these manageable little bricks called modules, and then assemble all those modules, kind of like Legos, into the final massive battery pack that makes up the floor of the car.
And it's not just a big box full of cells, oh no. Woven all throughout this intricate structure is a sophisticated liquid cooling system. You see, batteries are a lot like us. They have a very specific temperature they like to be at to perform their best. This system is like a personal climate control, making sure they stay in that perfect happy zone, whether it's a freezing winter day or the middle of a summer heat wave. Okay, so you've got thousands of cells wired together and a cooling system. But you can't just let them all do their own thing and hope for the best. You need a conductor for this electrical orchestra, a brain, to manage the whole operation. And that brings us to the real unsung hero of every EV, the Battery Management System, or BMS for short.
Honestly, the best way to think about the BMS is as a super vigilant watchdog. It is constantly monitoring every single cell, every temperature sensor, every connection, 24/7. It is always on guard, making sure everything is running exactly as it should, safely and efficiently. It never, ever sleeps.
The BMS basically has 3 main jobs, and they're all critical. First, there's balancing. It makes sure every single cell in the pack is doing its fair share of the work, so no individual cells get worn out too quickly. Second, there's protection.
It's the battery's bodyguard, stepping in to prevent dangerous situations like overcharging, draining too low, or overheating. And finally, there's calculating. The BMS is the supercomputer that does all the math to give you that all-important miles remaining number on your dashboard.
So all of this protection brings us to the big topic, the one that causes a lot of worry: battery degradation. But here's the thing you have to understand. Degradation isn't a flaw or a defect, it's just a natural aging process. It's the physical wear and tear that happens inside the cell over thousands and thousands of charges and discharges.
I love this metaphor. Think of the anode, the part that holds on to the lithium ions when the battery is charged, as a brand new, pristine hotel. All the rooms are perfect, and the lithium-ion guests can check in and out with no problem. But, after years of constant traffic, the hotel's structure gets a little worn down. Maybe some of the rooms get damaged or blocked off. It just can't hold quite as many guests as it did on opening day. That slow reduction in capacity, that's degradation.
But, and this is the really important part, there's good news. This aging process can be managed and slowed down a lot. That super smart BMS we talked about, that's your #1 line of defense, because it protects the battery from a lot of stress. And your own habits can make a huge difference too. Simple stuff like not charging up to 100% every single day, or not letting it run all the way down to 0, can add years to his healthy life.
So you see, when you really look inside, the EV battery pack is anything but a mysterious black box. It's an incredible masterpiece of modern engineering. It's a precisely managed ecosystem of chemistry and electronics, where every single part is designed to work together to be safe, to be smart, and to be incredibly long-lasting.
Which kind of leaves us with one last thing to think about. Is battery aging really this big, scary flaw we should all be afraid of? Or is it just a predictable, well-understood, and brilliantly managed part of a technology that is, without a doubt, powering our future? It's an interesting question, right?